Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, and I'm here at the gym fixing to hit back and biceps on this fine Tuesday morning. I hope you're having a great week. Things going well for me. Had that great chest workout on Sunday night, and then yesterday we're finishing up our school semester. I was slammed yesterday and did not get to the gym all the way up until I had school till 4. Then my daughter had a basketball game, and then I had a meeting to go to from 7 that lasted till like 9:30, and by the time I got home I was done. So that became a rest day, and then so thankfully I went and worked out Sunday night, and then today I'm back at it again with back and biceps. So good day to be up and going. Had a little trouble getting up and around, had trouble sleeping last night. My sleep pattern goes up and down, so just trying to dial that in and get some good rest. Like if I go to bed at midnight, I sleep good all night. If I go to bed at 10, trying to sleep till 6, get 8 hours, I wake up at 3 a.m. It's just a weird deal, wide awake. It's like my mind kicks on at 3 a.m. So I don't know how to keep my mind kicked off until 6 or 7 in the morning, just to make sure I'm getting that good amount of rest that I need to getting all the sleep that I can. But it's the only real issue that I'm trying to dial in right now. Of course, my eating, and trying to dial everything in all the time, just making little adjustments. At school right now, everybody's bringing the treats and all those kinds of things, so it's tough not to partake, you know what I mean, in the little cookies and goodies that everybody has at every meeting we seem to go to now. So I'm probably a little high on the sugared up carbs this week, especially after yesterday, but just make sure I get in enough protein to help build some muscle during this time. So I don't really have a lot that I'm thinking about this morning. Just want to get in here and get after it. So I'm going here and hit the back and hit biceps, and then get on about my day. See you inside. Just a little bit frustrating. I wish that as soon as you got in the gym, you started swelling up super fast. Like, I can get a good pump and I can walk out of here feeling swole, but progress is slow over time, and I wish it was faster. But I am seeing progress in muscular development and strength. So you have to take it where you can get it and keep working to make it happen. And I just have to maybe dial up my intensity just a little bit. I try to stop and talk a little bit on the videos, and so it leaves a longer rest period. So maybe I need to dial in and work a little harder. Probably, like I was talking about Sunday night, I'm going to go to where I do 3 days where I'm going heavy, low rep, trying to build strength and build that base of muscle mass, which is really what I've been doing all along. As far as I've been trying to build muscle mass, but maybe going about it in the wrong way. So do those days where 3 days I'm just going heavy on my movements and lighter or fewer reps. And then the next 3 days do lower weight, like 70-80% of a 1 rep max, and then doing higher reps at that weight, just to do the hypertrophy and build the size of the muscle, because I know it's a balance between those two things. So I'm just trying to figure out kind of what I need to do in the next step. I don't want to get to a place where I've plateaued. I don't want to just come in here and do empty reps. See that from time to time. People just throw on a weight they can handle. Even with our student athletes, we're trying to push them to get stronger, but they go minimums and not maximums. And I don't want to get caught in that way of thinking, like, oh, I'm just going to do to where it's kind of hard and then call it good. I want to do it to where it puts a lot of stress on the muscle, on the body, and then go and let it rebuild. So I'm just thinking through that level of intensity. You know, I'm happy that I'm here right now. Get up at 4:30 a.m. and get in here. I'm satisfied with that part of it. I'm just not satisfied with the overall intensity that I'm feeling when I'm working out. So I got to up that. Although I say all that, and then my Sunday night workout for chest was amazing. It was one of the best workouts I've had. My chest is still recovering today from it, just the soreness in there. So, you know, I guess what I'm getting at is I felt that kind of that high, all that pump from that day, and I want to make sure I feel that in every time I work out, every time I come to the gym. So that's really what I'm thinking through this morning. But right now I got to get after it. This is my lat pull down machine for here, and I'll do some dumbbell rows, and then I'll jump over and do some curls, finish up on the biceps and get them blasted for the day. It's not hard for me to get a good pump in the biceps and then get on out of here. So I'll do a set here. Already warmed up a little bit, so go for it. So thing I like about the bands is I can isolate and feel, and I can do it with a lat pull down machine, but I can really feel that in my lats and in my back. So it's a good exercise for the back, for the lats. Still weak in the back, so working on getting that developed, growing stronger. You know, as frustrating as it is not going fast, you know, I'm not getting really strong really fast. I am seeing progress, so you just have to take the small wins and stack those wins until you get the big wins. And so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm focused on for today. I drove by the other gym this morning about 4:45. I was like, maybe I'll get in here this morning, but it's a small gym and there were like 5 or 6 cars outside. I'm like, I don't want to go in there and like fight over the one lat pull down machine or stand and wait. So, you know, I'd rather come in here and use the rubber bands and get my reps in after I talked about being more intense. So I don't want to just get my reps in, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be standing around waiting on equipment or have to not do lat pull down, because there's only one pull down machine in that gym, so I'd be kind of stuck. So I found that gym is most equipment available at night, so you know, 8:30 or 9. So when I split it up for the next 2 weeks while we're on break, I'm going to do one body part in the morning, one in the evening. Probably hit there in the evenings and use some more of that equipment just to really focus in. So, and just to add to the movement database. So that's what I'm planning. And then I'll divide it up in my 3-day cycle, splitting the body parts, maybe some more movements. And I'll still do, you know, the 3 days of heavy with lower reps, and then 3 days of lighter with higher reps. And I'll be able to cycle through the 8-day cycle about 2.5 times. So I should be able to build in a lot of intensity over the next 2.5 weeks into the new year. So kind of get a running start into the new year. I'm not, you know, saying January 1st is the day. I'm started back in August. So I started back beginning of 2023. went hard, and then summertime kind of slacked a little bit, and then I've been going hard since August. So, making progress. I am looking forward to hitting February. I don't want to rush it, but I'm ready to hit a cut phase just because I'm talked about it, putting a little bit too much fat on, which I can handle that with cardio, and I need to handle it with cardio. And I talk about cardio, but talking about cardio isn't doing cardio. So I got to make sure I hit that cardio workout at some point. Not at some point. I got to hit it every day. So probably during the next 2.5 weeks, I'll do my morning body and then sit on the bike or something for 30 minutes just to make sure, because I'm going to be eating a lot over the next 2.5 to 3 weeks just to see, what I can add in that amount of time to the overall muscle mass. I started this thing out, a few months ago, just trying to do some more, just trying to get in shape, basically. I was running and all those kinds of things. And then I always had this dream since I was like 16 to do bodybuilding, not necessarily do a bodybuilding show, but to see how big I could get. And I was like, you know what? I'm not getting younger. I might as well go for it and see what happens. So that's what I've been working towards since late August, early September. So, and then I've been videoing it for the last, I think today is the 29th day. So tomorrow will be the 30th day. So I've been on the bulk phase for, a month now. I need to look at my measurements and see kind of what I've done from day 1 to day 30, kind of make a comparison and see some progress. I'll give you a report on that. But anyways, my goal changed just because, I'm 45 years old. I know I can add muscle mass, just dialing it in. My metabolism doesn't function like it used to, so I got to dial in how I'm eating. I weigh all my foods. I keep track of my calories, but there's times that somebody has a cookie and I'll eat 2 of them or 3, and that's hard to track calories in a homemade cookie, So kind of getting out of whack there just a little bit. But anyways, just talking about goals, it started out one thing and transitioned to another. And that's why I'm looking forward to January or February, when I can go into kind of a cut phase, cut into the spring, just losing the belly fat and, get some veinage showing. I want to see the veins popping. I think that's a cool look. The muscle mass isn't quite there to really pop the veinage, but like in this quad, starting to get one showing up across there, even with the additional body fat. So it's cool to see that. And, that would be progress. That would be exciting to see. So, but I want to have as much muscle mass added as I can before I go into a cut phase, because, that muscle mass will help me burn off fat maybe a little more quickly than if I was just a tubby dude trying to cut fat by cutting calories and hitting the treadmill all the time, or whatever it is I'm going to hit. So anyways, till February, keep pushing. I got a goal, long-term goal, over the next rest of December. So 2 weeks in December, and then be 8 weeks until the end of February. So got 10 weeks left, which is plenty of time to add some muscle mass in this process that I'm in right now. So anyways, I'm gonna get back at it. I'll catch you over at the dumbbells here in just a minute with the bicep workout. See you in just a minute. All right, everybody, I went ahead and finished up the workout on the day. Did some bent over dumbbell rows. I did them not on the bench. I usually support myself on the bench. I did them just freestanding today. I was watching a guy that talked about how you use the bench and you're still working your upper back, your mid back, your lats on that dumbbell row, but you're not working your low back. And if you do a freestanding, what he's saying is, if you can't handle the weight freestanding, then are you really strong? And it made a good point. So now I just kind of did a wrestler stance almost, leaned over on one knee and did the row on one side and then switched over and did the other side. And really was able to isolate the back, mid-back with those dumbbell rows. And was able to move quite a bit of weight for myself, so 75 pounds. And that's the biggest dumbbells we have available in that gym there. So good workout there, got the back done. And then jumped over to biceps, did the incline, lay back on the incline, arms down, extended, and then elbows stay fixed, and then you roll up, flexing the bicep. Really isolates the bicep. Did 4 sets of that, went up to 30s, and then kind of drop set it back down for the last 2 sets. And with 15 pounders, I can rep out like 25 or 30 of them, even partials at the end. So just gets a really good pump at the end of the bicep workout. And then just to finish it off, I just grabbed a 45-pound barbell and just repped those out as many as I could, even partials. I was rocking the hips just to get that final pump into the biceps. So noticing I was kind of flexing in the mirror there, and good pump and good size and good volume to the bicep for that workout. So I'm happy with today. Got the body parts work that I need to work. I think over the next 2.5 weeks, when I isolate individual body parts and I'm just going in for back day and bicep day, or I might do arms together like bicep, tricep day, just able to really isolate them, maybe add one additional movement to the routine for that, and just see a lot of progress in my development over the 2.5 weeks. I just got to remember to eat. I got to push protein. Appetite is been down for the last 2 weeks, so I'm just really having to force myself to eat and eat high quality foods and eat enough protein to make sure that I'm rebuilding when I'm not in the gym. So that's a little bit of a struggle for me, but working through that and just making sure I push that as hard as I can through this process. So overall, I'm satisfied with today's workout. I'm satisfied with my progress. My wife's tired of me flexing in the mirror all the time, but it's fun to start seeing kind of new development, kind of the payoff for the hard work. You know, you get that initial payoff with the pump and the body part you're working. You feel that and you feel good about it. Yeah, you're sore. Yeah, you're tired. Yeah, your body's fatigued, but you just feel progress when you get that pump. Like my biceps, I can't, touch my shoulders right now on the flex. So I know there's a good pump in the biceps, and it's a good feeling to leave out of there knowing, man, I got up and did something today. It doesn't matter what anybody else did. I hear a lot of guys comparing themselves. Oh, I got up at the gym at 4 o'clock. No one else was there. Well, big deal. You're not working out for them. You're working out for yourself. So you got to leave there feeling and knowing that you accomplished something for yourself every day. And that's really what I focus on. I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I waited for 20 years for someone to come along and do it for me, and no one ever showed up. And so I know that I got to be in there. I got to be walking through the door, switching my mindset to where it's all or nothing, and then doing it while I'm in there. And I did that today, and talk about it a lot, but Sunday night, that chest workout was amazing. I did it that day. I left there like on a lifter's high. You get that feeling like, man, I did something amazing. You feel it in your body. You just feel the progress. And so I'm just living on that today, and going to go through the rest of the day. And then tomorrow I got to hit the legs, and the leg days are fun. I haven't squatted in a while, in a week and a half. So I've been doing the hip sled or the leg press machine, leg extensions, leg curls. Leg extensions, leg curls are amazing. I've been getting a lot of progress there. I don't like the leg press machine. It just doesn't really work the quads like I want it to. So I got to go back to hitting the squat machine again, the squat bar, and just racking it up and doing it. And that's probably the most hated exercise for me, is doing squats. I'm sure it's for a lot of people, just because it really is a full body endeavor and just pushing through with heavy weights. So we'll hit back squats tomorrow, leg extension, leg curls, and get the legs trashed tomorrow, and then I'll hit the calves again. I did hit calves at the end of today's workout, just trying to make a point to grow the calves anytime I can. They're used every day in walking and standing, so you gotta like extra kill them to get them to respond and grow. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get balance between my right and left. My right is still small compared to my left, and it just looks goofy. So I don't want to wear shorts in the summertime looking all small on my right side. So anyways, I'm gonna get inside here and get some food in my system for the day, and then get to work. And then we got one more half day of school tomorrow, and then we're on break for until January the 8th. So a lot of time to, celebrate Christmas and the New Year, but also get a really hard running start into the new year with my workouts, and able to put in hard workouts, able to have a little more time to recover, and then just focus on dialing in my eating habits to where I'm eating clean carbs, getting enough calories, but really pushing in on the protein intake. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm excited about today. Hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow with leg day.